We have seen a lot of people on the road this holiday weekend, and that has meant a lot more chances for problems. Joining us is Wes Guckert of the Traffic Group. Happy 4th, Wes.
Happy 4th, and God bless America.
Well, here we are basically at the high point of the summer and dealing with a lot of traffic just to get away for a few days. Just seems to be getting worse every year. How come?
Well, I think there are a couple things that are occurring, John. And as you may be aware, the organization known as TRIP has indicated that 75% of Maryland's urban interstate highways are congested during peak hours, which really is the second highest rate in the nation. And it seems to be a combination of things, one of which is the low cost of fuel. Secondly, the use of transit and transit services is really on the decline for a number of reasons, it appears.
AAA told us that some 43 million Americans will be taking to the road this 4th of July weekend. What does that mean for the chance of accidents, both in cars and even on foot?
Well, I'm personally quite concerned about pedestrian and automobile accidents. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says that a pedestrian is killed every 2 hours and injured every 7 minutes somewhere in the country. And the chances of pedestrian deaths at 40 miles an hour is almost 45%. And then as speeds drop, the chance of survival increases dramatically. Pedestrian deaths have increased 15% over the last 5 or 6 years. And there's alcohol, speed, and distractions are all things that are attributing to these pedestrian fatalities that are sadly on the increase.
What would you like drivers and even walkers to practice as we make our way through this summer vacation season?
Well, I think for sure pedestrians need to dress in light-colored clothing. I seem to see more and more pedestrians at night ignoring the fact that it's nighttime, it's dark, and it's difficult for cars to see them. Please, if you're going out at night, whether you're jogging or walking, you're in Ocean City or in Baltimore, think about the clothing you're wearing and to be sure that you can be seen. The other thing that I think pedestrians and drivers need to understand is that while pedestrians may have the right-of-way and they may take it, maybe drivers are not being respectful of the pedestrians right-of-way. So do not expect, Mr. Pedestrian, that because you have the right-of-way and you walk out in the street to cross a street, that the car is going to stop. Please, do the old thing of stop, look, and listen.
What about speeds? I mean, this year we saw the speed limit increase on part of Interstate 70, and I find that if you're not going 60 or 65 or better on the Beltway or 95, you're putting yourself at risk. I mean, people are buzzing by like bullets these days.
There's no question they're driving faster, and I have a concern as a driver, driving in Texas as an example, where the speed limit is 75 and 80, you've got to drive at a speed that you're most comfortable. Just because the speed limit says 65 or 70 doesn't mean you have to drive that or faster. Pull over, use the right lane, and drive at a speed that you're comfortable with. The last thing you want to do is try to keep up with other cars, try to maintain the speed limit when you're not comfortable doing that. You're going to be putting yourself and others in danger. So slow down, drive at a speed at which you feel is comfortable.
Wes, thanks for giving us something to think about as we go through the summer of 16. Wes Guckert of the Traffic Group joining us on WBAL News Now.